How's it going, everybody? I'm back in Croup Manor. So this time I'm gonna be taking the dining room of this house, and I'm gonna be kind of just transforming it into a conference room of sorts, I guess. It's gonna be kind of like this broadcasting room for the general, is what I imagine. We use it to have meetings for the Minutemen, and then also they record things that he says, like addresses to the Commonwealth and to the settlements, like the Minutemen settlements, and to the Minutemen, and they broadcast them out to the Commonwealth. So, what I end up doing is using the same table that was there already in the room. I just kind of moved it around, and then I tried to take the same amount of chairs that were in the room. I think that there was 3 or 4, so I try to use the same chairs or whatever. I do get rid of some of the furniture, so I get rid of that bureau and that burrow. Don't know how to say it. Uh, and I end up putting a lot of things in here that I didn't think about until during the build, because I originally just wanted this to kind of just be a conference room. I didn't think about broadcasting what he was wanting to get out to the Commonwealth or anything like that until way after. So what I end up doing is putting a bunch of chairs around the table, and of course, as soon as I put down chairs, I think that there's only one other chair in this settlement. It's on the second floor right now. And of course, the settlers come in here immediately, and they have a seat, and so they're just walking around this room having a seat. But I wanted this room to kind of be sort of presidential and official and stuff like that. So I put some flags in here for the Minutemen, and then also I put the U.S. flag. The I was gonna hang it on the wall, but I ended up putting it in another short flag down, and I think that is pretty official looking. So the next thing I did was I wanted to put some candles and stuff on the table to light up that area. Because not this whole build is gonna have new lights and stuff. I replaced all the wall sconces with actual ones that work instead of just the broken down ones. And there's a generator on the side of the house that I have. I do end up moving it around, and I plan on having a better way to power it eventually, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. But place down a ham radio over here. We'll just say that that's for the settlement only, because what I do end up doing is a lot bigger. I put down a coat rack in the corner just because I'm trying to make this a nicer room, not just a scrappy place or whatever. So I go in and I'm looking for a table, like thing from Aslam's workshop decoration pack, and so I end up picking the one with the typewriter. I do move those candles on both sides just because they kind of are in weird positions after I place that down. Someone's there keeping track of what the general's saying, and what the kind of in a courtroom, they write down everything that everyone says. We just do that in our meetings too, so that we can spread that out into the Commonwealth, written versions of it rather than just the broadcast, in case they didn't hear the broadcast or they weren't there to hear the broadcast. And then also so that we have documentation of what's said and all that stuff. But I also wanted a desk in here for the general when there's not meetings. So I picked this desk because a lot of the decorations in this settlement are kind of old looking, old school, because this is an old looking house. So I picked the Federalist desk. It's nice looking, in my opinion. I think it looks really nice. It looks really cool. So I just put it in this little cutout of the house or whatever. And I was trying to get it to be even, but I wasn't sure if it was, and I sat there and messed with it for way too long. But what I end up doing after that is just going back to the tables in the vanilla game, and I put down like a terminal with some decorations and stuff like that, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then after that, I go back into the decorations tab and I go to themes and find office. I just wanted to see what things come with office, and it's not really a whole lot, but it has these water coolers, so I just placed down one of these two because they have these in offices and stuff like that. And I thought about putting down whatever this is, but I was like, I don't really know what that would um, fit in with. And this is where I got the idea for a like a teleconference type of room or whatever. So um, I put down these consoles because I was like, oh, maybe they can use this to like adjust all the stuff instead of like a soundboard. Because I thought about putting a soundboard down at first, but end up putting these consoles down, damaged ones, because I think that they look better for like the vibes of this game. And then they they just look cool, I think. They're Vault-Tec stuff, and um, just a studio table doesn't look as cool as these did. So I placed these down on that side of the room behind the microphone, just like, oh, they're hooked up to those machines so that they can control the broadcasts and everything from there. And like I was saying, I was looking for the pre-war buildings, this section. And if you go through, eventually you can find radio tower, which is right there. And I just go ahead and slide it up the side of the house. And you can see that the base of it kind of blends in with the side, with the foundation of the house. So it ends up working out pretty well. I do move this to the back of the house, like I said. Right now, this is kind of just a way to get power to the house. I'm going to find a better way to do it eventually. But now it's just smaller details. So I do go into the decorations tab and or of the base game, so the vanilla game decorations tab, and I go to the posters because I want to put down a lot of these posters and stuff like that. I think that just having posters kind of like piled up on the wall and stuff makes a build look so much cooler. So like being able to have the posters of the Commonwealth mod, it's super useful. It's awesome, and I realized that that poster wasn't clipping through the floor, or it wasn't letting me just like place anywhere. It's like an actual thing that you have to put down, then use the pillar to put on a wall or something. But I put down some of these like patriotic looking ones or whatever, ones with American flags and like telling people to enlist and everything, because this is like a military place, as military as the Minutemen are, whatever. And then I put down this one just because it's also red, white, and blue. It's got the old flag colors and the stars and everything, so I put that down too, even though it is a Nuka-Cola sign. And then I end up putting down the GNN sign as well, because there is a radio tower here. Of course, this isn't Galaxy News Radio and nobody, or Galaxy News Network or whatever. But it's whatever. I still want to have some radio towers, like signs and stuff. I thought about doing the Boston Commons one, the Boscom one with the radio tower on the picture. And then I use this Join or Die poster, and then the wanted bounties here will just say that they put them on that picture frame usually. And now I'm just looking for things to kind of use as fillers, and I go through and I find the like scrappy looking things, so like these types of poster groups or whatever. And I don't even care that it's covering up parts of the other posters, or is being covered up or anything. I was trying to get it to where these posters popped out a little bit, but I eventually realized that it kind of doesn't matter, that like these are here for so long that they probably have been covered up. Stuff has been like put over them and faded and everything. So I put like down a few posters over all of these. And these are really like the final details. There's a couple things that I added in OCD afterwards that kind of make it look like people are like taking notes at the table. There's some files that they're discussing or whatever when they have their meetings. But yeah, this is going to be, I think, a pretty cool Minutemen settlement. And yeah, at this point I was just trying to find anywhere that I could place these posters down because I like the way that they look. It makes the wall look a little bit cooler. And then I placed this down here on this wall. I didn't want to cover up the join or die poster, but I ended up covering up part of it. And then on the left side of this picture frame, like there used to be a poster there or something. But yeah, I really liked how this turned out. I do go through and I look at all of the other things just to see what I want. And then this is like an electronic schematic. And I put this down like they used it to put together the like radio tower stuff over behind these. So on this right side, I put this down and said like maybe that's like for anybody that's in here so they know how to control the radio tower stuff. And then I thought about putting down that blueprint, but I realized that it's just the robot workbench. And then I just placed a few more on this side because I think that they look a little bit cooler kind of hidden behind some like tore up posters. But that's the last posters that I put. I do look through a couple more of these trying to see if there's anything else that I want to put. But nope, that's the last of it. And that's what gave me the idea to put down some notepads and stuff. So I do that. But here's the finished tour. And yeah, it's a really simple build. I didn't really do a whole lot. It's pretty much just decoration besides the radio tower. I added the radio tower here on the right by the door. I do plan on putting a door in the door frame. I don't know why I didn't before the build. Or during the build or whatever, but probably just so I didn't have to pick it up every time that I went into the room. But as you can see, it's just a really scrappy looking like conference room. It's a little bit higher tech, so they've got like the ability to like broadcast the generals like speeches and stuff and the generals addresses to the Commonwealth. But let me know what you guys think of this build. Let me know if there's any other builds that you would like to see here at Croup Manor, or if there's any ideas that you guys would like for me to try. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.